November 9, 1971, Westfield, New Jersey. A massive Victorian mansion sits under a cold autumn sky. All the lights are on. Classical music drifts into the yard. For 28 days the music never stops. Neighbors notice the milk piling up. The mail goes uncollected. By December 7th, the silence is too loud to ignore. Police force their way through a basement window. The thermostat has been turned completely off. In the grand ballroom beneath a stained glass skylight, they find 5 sleeping bags. They are carefully aligned on the floor. Helen List, Alma List, Patricia, John Jr., Frederick. The father of the house, a 46-year-old accountant named John List, is missing. Detectives find 2 distinct details. First, John's face has been meticulously snipped out of every family photograph in the house. Second, a 5-page letter sits on his desk. John explains his accounting. He lost his job. He was secretly siphoning money from his mother's account to pay the mortgage. Instead of facing the humiliation of welfare, he balanced the books. He sent their souls to heaven to save them from the secular world. He approached his wife, Helen, first, ending her life as she drank her morning coffee. He walked upstairs to his mother's apartment. A second pull of the trigger. He waited all afternoon in the quiet house. When Patricia and Frederick came home from school, they were quickly removed from the equation. He then drove to his eldest son's high school soccer game. He stood by the bleachers, watched John Jr. play out the final minutes, drove him home, and permanently closed the ledger. He dragged the bodies into the ballroom. He cleaned the floors with methodical strokes. Then, he made a sandwich, ate it, closed his bank accounts, drove to the airport, and, well, simply evaporated. The FBI launches a massive manhunt. Nothing. John List is a ghost. A ghost who understands exactly how systems track data. "18 years pass. The Westfield mansion burns down. New houses are built over the ashes. The name John List fades into local folklore. May 1989. A new television show called America's Most Wanted wants to feature the case, but they face a logistical nightmare. They do not have a face to show the public. The only surviving photos are from 1971, showing an 18-year-old picture of a man with a dark comb-over to 22 million viewers is, honestly, useless. They need a miracle. They hire Frank Bender. Frank is not your standard sketch artist. He works with clay, blending forensic anthropology with, deep psychology. The producers ask him to sculpt a bust of John List at age 64. Frank studies the ghost. He reads the 5-page letter over and over. Then, he starts molding the clay. He adds sagging jowls and a receding hairline. But biology is only half the equation. Identity is built on habit. Frank studies the man's ego. John believed he was the smartest person in any room. He felt entitled to authority, even when he was bankrupt. Frank knows a man with that specific kind of narcissism does not reinvent himself. He recreates his comfort zone. John was a rigidly conservative accountant. He hated change. Frank realizes John would never wear flashy clothing or grow a beard to hide his features. He would hold on to the aesthetic of the 1970s because, honestly, that was the last time he had absolute control. Frank needs glasses for the bust. He theorizes John would upgrade his prescription over 18 years, but he would choose the exact same heavy black-rimmed style. He would buy the cheapest, most conservative frames available. Frank walks into a thrift store in Philadelphia. He digs through a box of donated eyewear. He pulls out a pair of thick, brown, horn-rimmed glasses, rigid, dated, exactly what an aging, frugal accountant would buy. He places the glasses on the clay face. May 21, 1989, the broadcast airs. The camera pans slowly across the clay face of a 64-year-old man with sagging cheeks and thick horn-rimmed glasses. The call center is, absolutely flooded. Hundreds of tips pour in. Most are honestly just dead ends. People seeing ghosts in their local grocery stores. But, one call comes from a woman in Richmond, Virginia. She stares at her television screen. She tells the operator she knows that man. He is her neighbor. He attends her church. His name is Robert Clark. He is an accountant. He is rigid. He is quiet. She mentions one specific detail. Robert Clark wears those exact glasses. June 1st, 1989. It's been 11 days since the broadcast. FBI agents walk up the driveway of this, modest suburban house. The arrest is, quiet. No sirens, no drawn weapons, just a polite knock on the front door. A man in his 60s answers. He has a receding hairline, sagging jowls, and he's wearing these thick, brown, horn-rimmed glasses. The agents ask for Robert Clark. The man nods, slowly. He had, honestly, built a flawless second life. He moved to Colorado, and then Virginia, worked as a fry cook for a while, then quietly slipped back into accounting. He married a woman named Dolores, attended church every single Sunday, never even got a speeding ticket. He systematically erased John List from existence. For 18 years the perfect crime held together, broken only by a lump of clay and a pair of thrift store glasses. The FBI takes his fingerprints and runs them through the national database. They match a dusty military record from World War II. Robert Clark is, in fact, John Emil List. He sits in an interrogation room. He does not confess. He keeps up the fake identity for months, until the fingerprint evidence becomes, an absolute mathematical certainty. Even then, his demeanor never shifts. No tears, no breakdown, no apology. The accountant simply realizes the ledger can no longer be balanced. He is extradited back to New Jersey. A jury listens to the clinical details of December 7, 1971. They read the 5-page letter. They deliberate for 9 hours. Guilty on 5 counts of first-degree murder. 5 consecutive life sentences. He dies in a prison hospital in 2008 at the age of 82, taking the absolute truth of his mind to the grave, leaving behind only a story of an 18-year vanishing act, undone by a forensic sculptor who understood exactly how a murderer would choose to see the world.